Recorded.
Okay, I'm not. Can you close the door and leave the room?
Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Olga is here. For those of you who haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell as well to get the latest notifications about the videos I post out there for you guys. And let's go ahead and jump into today's video. What I want to talk about is something that has been bothering me for some time now. We know we all love highlighters, and highlighters are beautiful when it's beautifully applied to the cheekbones area, to the temple, to the eyebrow area. You can use them as eyeshadows, you can highlight the tip of your nose, you can do all of those amazing things. You can highlight the Cupid's bow if you want to. Highlighters are beautiful, and there are beautiful ones out there. But here's what bothers me, and I'm sure that people have noticed that, is that the truth of the matter is that highlighters tend to make people look older. The reason I discovered, and this is, please do not take it as, this is not a message for you to stop using highlighters, and this isn't something necessarily that is true to everyone, but this is something that I have observed. This is just my look on it, my opinion, and that's that, you know. So what I have noticed is that highlighters tend to make people look older. The reason I think that is because they tend to emphasize things that we want to conceal and hide. You know how we put the foundation on, we put the concealer, we set our face with a powder, everything is nice and matte, and then bam, we have a highlighter on, and if there's any kind of interesting stuff going on, you know, interesting meaning you want to hide it, you tend to bring it forward. For instance, if there are any crow's feet right here, if there are any wrinkles, if there is like bag or something, remember, each time you, especially with the bags under the eyes, if you put a highlighter or a lighter tone of a concealer or something on the surface of the bag, let's say on the top of the bag, you are bringing that forward, so you're creating that dimension. So unfortunately, all of those things we are trying to hide are all of a sudden in somebody's face, you know, because we are bringing them forward. So that's an unfortunate thing. The highlighters tend to emphasize things that we want to hide. If somebody has large pores, highlighter will make it look even larger. If there is crow's feet, if there are wrinkles, if there is a bag under the eye, unfortunately, highlighter will emphasize that. So that's where the truth of the matter is. And I don't really like leaving things. It wouldn't sit right with me to leave this video at that and say highlighters make people look older. You know, what I like to do is, I see a problem, what are we going to do to resolve this problem? So my solution to the problem is this. Let's say, like myself, I love using highlighters. For example, we all are familiar with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero beautiful highlighting palette. I mean, I absolutely adore it. Not to mention that these are beaming highlights, because when I wear a highlighter, I want to be beaming to Mars, to the stars, to space, right? But if I have something going on here, let's say there is a pimple, right? Because nobody's immune. You could have a pimple when you're 40 or 50 or 60. They still happen. It will all of a sudden be very visible because you have applied the highlight on. So I have this beautiful Inglot highlighter. Oh my gosh, I mean, look at this. Look at this beauty. You know, but if you apply something like this to your cheekbone, like right here, I have like a little, tiny little pocket going on. It's like a little bag, so to speak. So I always try to avoid it as much as possible. I try not to put a lot of things on it because that ultimately, unfortunately, brings this forward. You know, if you're putting a light on something, you're moving it forward, you're creating that dimension. What are we going to do about that? How are we going to solve that problem? Here's where the solution comes in. Wear sunglasses each time you go outside, if there is any kind of bright day, sunlight, that will minimize your squinting. So you're not going to be squinting, and you're not going to be causing those crow's feet or wrinkles, those fine lines. They will still probably happen to all of us with age and all of that, but you are at least going to do some prevention in order for it not to happen as fast as it would have otherwise. So that would be number one solution. Wear sunglasses. Preferably the ones that give you really nice coverage, something that is, they might look ugly and bulky, but it's going to provide enough coverage for your eyes, for your skin. The skin right here is very, very sensitive and like very fine. So you definitely want to protect that, right? Also, number two, wear sunscreen. Okay? So very important part, because that will save you a lot of trouble later down the road when we age. But let's choose to age gracefully. Number three, do the skin routine. Moisturize your skin. Take care of your skin. Number four, before applying foundation and all of those things, prime. Put a primer on. So if you don't have a primer, let me put it into perspective for you, because when I was very fresh and new to makeup, I was like, what's a primer? It's okay. You don't have to have a primer. If you have a very good moisturizer, basically what you need to create is a sticky base for your foundation to stick to, so that it doesn't slide later throughout the day, right? So if you don't have the actual designated primer, you can wear a really good moisturizer on your skin. So moisturize your skin. Number five would be choose a subtle highlight. Do not go for the beaming one. And if you do have to use the beaming one like I like to see my highlighter. I do. I really like them when they're blinding. I want to blind. I want to exude that shine, that light, you know. What do? I always place them these days in this region right here. So I try not to drag this stuff over onto my cheek so much. I never put it on my nose. I think that that's not something I would do. Especially lately, I've seen people do it like a lot. Maybe just a dot would be okay, but never put it on the nose. I would possibly put it a little bit above the eyebrow, and then maybe a little bit right here. So use it sparingly. You don't have to make your whole face shiny. That would be my tips for today's video, guys. Yes, the highlighter will make someone look older, especially if there are skin problems, but no, we do not have to necessarily accept that and give up on a highlighter altogether. We can make it work for us, for our situation. Let me know in the section down below if you like this kind of video, if you want to hear more tips on those types of things, how to use these products on an aging skin. And I will see you all guys in my next video. I love you. Bye! In case anyone is wondering out there what I'm wearing on my eyes today, it's actually this guy, the so famous Subculture palette. I love this palette, by the way. And I know, no, this video was not about Subculture, but I just want to say I was able to do this look and do this a little bit of a cut crease, and I feel like a little bit of a Goblin King Jareth vibe going on, so that's why you see the eyeshadow going this way. It's just October is all about Halloween for me, so I'm like, you know. So anyway, I am wearing Subculture, and no, it's not messy. No, the palette looks nice. Just want to throw it out there. I know I reviewed it before and I actually liked it. It's really pigmented, great palette. I don't know why I decided to throw this into the end of this video. I just feel like protecting this piece of work, okay? So for those of you who hate Subculture, well, I'm sorry. I love it.